Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and pumpkin connoisseurs. Bill coming to you from Southern Ohio. Today is March the 18th, 2026. It's kind of weird to say, but seems like it just turned 2000, not just yesterday, but nonetheless, a balmy 36 degrees out today. It was 24 out this morning. That's when I got started, which was a good thing. You got a little black plastic behind me here. We'll take a look at what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and let you decide whether you need to do this as well. Stand by. So what we're looking at is a lot of black plastic. This is my third year growing on this patch in particular, and obviously I didn't get a fruit to scale last year, which was very disappointing, but it happens nonetheless. It wasn't due to disease, it was due to personal error. So, but nonetheless, I believe that disease is going to creep up sooner than later. So what I did was took a calculated guess of when I needed to do this. Like I said, it's 36 now, but it's going to be 74 tomorrow, and in the 60s and 70s for the foreseeable future. So we went ahead and we are biofumigating our soil. The reason I did it this morning is because the top of the ground was like a little frozen, maybe, I don't know, maybe an inch, and the soil is just wet. So to get the tiller in there with it wet, it's just gonna be muck and all big clods and balls of stuff. So I'd never tilled ground in 24-degree weather with ice on the ground, but it actually worked pretty well. I was able to break it up considerably good with one pass, and then get my mustard meal down. I got it tilled in, and I'm only doing it about 3 to 4 inches deep. So the rest of my soil is not disturbed yet, just the top 3 to 4 inches. All of my winter rye is tilled in, and I went ahead and watered it, even though it was a little mucky, even after it thawed out a little bit. But we watered it, and we got her all covered up, sealed down with some plastic. We're going to let that plastic sit on there for at least 2 weeks. As it warms up, that mustard will biofumigate the soil, kill all the bad stuff, maybe some of the weeds, but it's also going to kill the good stuff. That will be another video when I discuss how I'm going to bring that good stuff back to life. It shouldn't kill it all, but it'll kill the majority of it, at least in the upper echelon of my soil. So I'll go over a few more things here that we used and how we did it. And we've been playing in the mud. Old trusty Rusty there, he's a little clodded up with mud. My first pass actually worked pretty good. I got to get this secured down a little bit better, I see that. I just got done with this patch. Where I messed up a little bit was I tilled it and then thought I was going to till it again. Well, I should have put the mustard meal down and till it once and then just covered it, watered it and covered it, because the second time I tilled it, the sun was already hitting it, and we went up to maybe 30 degrees and it was starting to turn to swamp already. But we got her done. We put down 30 pounds per 1,000 square foot of mustard meal. There's different recommendations on this that I found, anywhere from 5 to 50 pounds. So I kind of went somewhere in the middle. You do risk making your soil toxic if you leave it covered for too long. So I'm going to give it 2 weeks, then open it up, go ahead and let it air out. And the main reason I'm doing it now, other than the fact it was frozen this morning, is that I've got about 5 to 6 weeks, probably 5 weeks, before I plan on putting my plants in the ground. I'm usually in the ground by April the 20th in the hoop houses. So this gives me ample time to go ahead and let this soak for a little while, let it warm up the next week or so, and gives me enough time to be able to open it up, air it out, put some of my amendments in, and get my heating cables in, my mini hoop house in, all that stuff. If it dries, we'll see what happens with that, but can't control the weather. So this is patch number 1. She is done, other than I got some boards, and I'll put boards around the side too. They're all pinned down. I used pins to pin them all down all the way around, but I'm gonna put boards around the sides because it seems like we have 50-mile-an-hour winds about every other day here. It's actually blowing now. So that's this patch. Like I said, the only reason I'm doing it is because this is my 3rd year growing this patch, and disease is going to catch me sooner than later. So hopefully I can be a little preventative here to keep the disease from catching me this year. Maybe kill out some of the weeds, and then just have to rebuild all my soil structure back throughout the season as I go. Normally I would just go like 1/3 of the patch until then let the rye grow, then amend another 1/3 and another 1/3, or half and half, whatever. But we're trying something different this year. Mainly a prophylactic approach to hopefully prevent any major issues. So that's part of what we're doing today. Let's see what else we got going on. Well guys, this is our new project. A little over 4,500 square foot. Out in the middle of the old, used to be old cattle pastures where we're at. It's about 1/8 of a mile back behind the house here. Got 1 lane going to it, and I got no electric, no water. I can fix the water solution, electric not so much, not this season anyways. But this will be my patch for 2027. I don't think we'll put anything out here. I do have the pH dialed in on this patch, but it needs so many amendments right now. It's just pasture that we got tilled up a little bit last fall and adjusted the pH. So we won't be growing in this patch this year, but I plan on spending this summer dialing this patch in and getting it ready for 2027. That will allow me to take the pressure off my 2 other patches up by the house and give them a season to set, at least, maybe 2 seasons. Still windy and cold, that's for sure. But yeah, that's all the exciting news I have. Is we do have other ground to work if I get to work in it. How's that? So I figure in this I can put a good 4 plants in here, maybe 5. I think 4 would be more than enough. That's a lot to take care of. But I made it big enough, and I've got plenty of room to expand it if I want to. I do have water up, I don't know, 200 yards away, an electric 200 yards away, but I don't know if I want to run it back here or not. And I'm not really going to fool with it this year. But there should be the rest of our patch, at least for maybe next year. But you got to be able to rotate those patches, or if not, you have to do kind of what I'm doing. I hope it works. Doc Liggett's the one that told me he's been doing it for the past couple years, and we're growing on the same patch, and he's had no disease. So I take what that man says as being legit. So that's why I'm fumigating the patches up the house. Got some wood out there in the middle I still got to burn that I cleaned up. So future patch, maybe one of these days. Thanks for watching, guys.